Hey, what's going on, bro? So, what's your name?
Ant, damn it.
And I like that, man. So, you got any kids?
Yes, I have two.
2?
Yep.
Damn. What?
Plural.
Same mom?
No, I'm a statistic.
Because you black?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I hear that, bro.
Definitely a statistic.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I mean, maybe it depends on who you ask. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I mean, how the relationship worked out? Like, what happened?
Well, first one was, we were high school sweethearts, and it just, we kind of grew apart. But other than that, the second one, I was engaged to her. We were together for like 7, 8 years. We were engaged, and then that kind of fell through.
Yeah.
Because it's just, part of it was I never paid attention to any of the red flags. You know how when you dating someone, like, you notice certain red flags, like, we just never saw eye to eye on a lot of shit. So what it came down to was the simple fact that trying to keep the relationship for the sake of the kid.
Yeah, I think that really never worked out, though, right?
Yeah, but ultimately that's what is the bad part, because you do all of that and it doesn't work out, because it's just a ball of stress that you are building up when you should just let it go.
Yeah, but we get a bad rap for that, though, man. They try to blame the man for, like, you got 2 different baby moms.
They always blame the man, which is fine, but at least give us credit at the same. If you're going to blame me for something, give me my credit at the same time.
All right, you said you got 2 children.
Yup.
What, boy, girl?
A girl and a boy.
Girl and a boy. What's the ages?
15 and 10.
15?
Yep, my daughter will be 16 this year.
Did you get a gun license or gun permit yet?
Nah, not a permit, but I mean, you can get guns. It's not hard to get a gun.
What does it mean being a father?
What does it mean? I'm still figuring that out. Like, I mean, I know, like, you're supposed to be a leader. You're supposed to be the guidance for the child. But I'm still learning. Like, I had my first kid at 18, so I was very young. I didn't know what I was doing, and every day, as they grow, I'm growing with them. So
yeah, I go through the same struggles. I got children too, and it's like.
So why you ain't interviewing yourself?
No,
I'm just fucking with you.
Same thing. It's like, all right, you got the children, you're still growing. That's a good point, because I get around my father and I become a child again,
right?
And I have children myself. So so what would you say are the challenges of being a father?
The challenges that I find are, like, when kids are frustrated with something, like, I find, like, the communication skills a little bit, because I'm such a, like, blunt person. Like, I just flat out say what's on my mind. But there are a lot of times where kids, they won't come out and say it, and that frustrates me, because I'm like, yo, just say it. Like, come on, why are we beating around the bush?
Yeah.
It's like, but it's like when they get frustrated, they don't know how to vocalize it, because they're scared that they're going to be told like they did something wrong. And 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to tell you did nothing wrong. I just want to know what the problem is so I can help you find the best solution. So I struggle with that. Also, I mean, years ago I used to struggle with, like, just being on time for things. Like, I'm just...
Well, work schedule?
Well, yeah, work, and then, like, I like to chill. So it's like, if I'm chilling, I'm like, sure, I gotta go pick up the kids. Like, all right, give me 5 minutes. And then it's like...
Turn it to 30?
Yeah, they don't want to hear that shit. Kids don't play that shit. When they're ready to go, they're ready to go.
All right, so you was with the moms, or whatever. You got 2 separate baby moms. So
the crazy part is, like, the first one, I wasn't really... Like, I moved out of state when I was 19.
Okay.
So, I have to give a lot of the credit to her mother for, the person that she's become. But, I was always coming back and forth, and then, it got to a point where I would have her every summer, and then all of her school holidays. So that worked out. As far as my son, like, that was also a challenge too, because, like, we both had different parenting beliefs. And so we would clash a lot. And so that was, like, ultimately, like, our downfall, because we could never co-parent together, even in the same house.
Yeah,
it was like, it's like she would let him get away with whatever, and I'd be like, no, like, you got to make him, understand that he did something wrong. But yeah, it was always a challenge with that.
So was it, like, far as, like, were you the one that wanted, like, beat your child, or is it that?
Nah, I was never a believer in whipping kids. I mean, I'd advocate for people, like, if your kids act acting an ass. Like, you need to beat your kids. Like, you either beat your kids or they're gonna kill you. But no, I was never like, oh, whooping for everything. Like, no, I believe in like a stern voice, have that conversation. Like, listen, you're not about to sit here and just do whatever you want. Like, there's rules.
Yeah.
But she was the one that was like, you know, want to be the cool parent, or quote unquote the cool parent. Like, oh, you know, we can talk about whatever. I'm your friend, and it's like, I don't believe in
you need a structure.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's one thing to be a friend to your kid, and then there's one thing to be being friends with your kid.
What advice do you have for a young father coming?
Just have patience.
Okay.
You know, like, and you're not going to have it figured out right away. So don't think that you're supposed to have it figured out. Like, your parents never had it figured out. So, like, having a kid is like growing up again. Like, you're learning with them, and that's basically the main thing. Just have patience, and then, you know, everything else will fall into place, because it's a learning experience.
Yeah. So, all right, with that being said, if you had a chance to go back, I believe in everything happened for a reason.
Right.
But if you had a chance to go back as a father from the beginning, what would things that you would do different?
Have more patience.
Okay.
You know, as far, like, because, yeah, I believe everything happens for a reason. A lot of the things that I've been through shaped me into the man that I am today. But, yeah, I would have a little more patience. I wouldn't be so quick to, you know, fly off the handle a lot of times. Like, just let my anger get the best of me, because it's frustrating. Like I said, sometimes when you're trying to explain to kids certain things and why they shouldn't do things, the kids are still going to do whatever they want to do. Mm-hmm. You know, ultimately, because I did the same thing. So it's like, you have to understand that's, you know, you got to let them have certain experiences for themselves.
They got to learn. Like, we try to compare, like, now, you know, we got the technology era.
Right. And
we grew up, it was sticks and rocks. You know what I mean? So we would go out and play, and now we got our children glued to phones, and us looking at it, we may think is, yo, that's crazy.
Right. But I mean, that's all fun. That's all good too. Like, as long as you monitor what your kids are watching, I don't think like having them, you know, on technology is a bad thing, because technology is the future. But I mean, at the same time, it should all be monitored as far as what they're watching and how much of it they're watching, you know, because it can fuck with their social skills, you know, like, they won't know how to talk to people, like, they don't know how to communicate out in the streets. So,
and that's what I feared too, you know.
Yeah.
Turn into little zombies.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on, you know, building the support groups and services for young fathers, or just fathers, period, you know, ones that returning to society, ones that's just becoming dads? Do you have any suggestions on
I think what you're doing is a good start. I firmly believe that we do need to have support groups for fathers, because there's not much out there for men. Like, we're taught to be strong, and, you know, we're not supposed to show any weakness. We're not supposed to be vulnerable. But, you know, a lot of that shit weighs in on us, and it weighs heavy. So we should have support groups. I don't know what per se, like, because it's all new. Mm-hmm. You know, but yeah, what you're doing is good, a good start, and we just need more men to speak up and come to the table with ideas about how, you know, you can support other fathers, and how we could uplift them and show them that, you know, they're not alone, and that we know it's not easy. So, you know, you don't got to feel like you know it all. Like, if you need someone to talk to, somebody that's been through it before that you don't know, because usually talking to friends and family, they usually feel like if you talk to them about something, they feel like they have to have an answer for it. Yeah, and
that's scary. And that's scary too. Sometimes, you know, when you come to someone and you ask for their advice, sometimes it's not always good advice, because, like you said, some people just going to tell you something because they feel like they need to tell you something. What is the legacy you want to leave behind for your family or for your children?
I just want to leave them. Not nothing monetarily, because most people, when they talk about leaving something, everybody's, I want to leave them a fortune. Obviously, I want to make sure they have something to help them get started, or help them go along in life, because, you know, that's one thing in the black community a lot of us don't have is, you know, when we hit 18, it's like,
get out,
straight to the, you know,
get out.
they throw you straight to the wolves. It's like you either sink or swim. Not everybody's parents are like that, but for the most part, in the cities it is. But I just want to leave my intelligence, like I want to leave whatever knowledge that I can share with them as far as what I've seen and what I've experienced, and hopefully, if it don't sink into them at a younger age, it'll get to them when they're older, because that's one thing that'll never leave, like books and knowledge are things that'll stay around forever.
You want to leave free thinkers behind.
Right, basically.
Hey, you got any handle or anything? People can follow you on...
Yeah, you can follow me on social media, Twitter and Instagram, @FatLiverJones. That's basically it, Ant, damn it, Ant, whatever you want to say.
All right, man. Well, thanks for your feedback and your time.
Word. And appreciate you, man.
And thanks for being an integral part of being a dad, man.
Word. Thank you.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
All right. Peace.